Chuck Stone getting a little impatient early on there. We're going to see, starting this off, Arthur McArthur and Eden Von England. It'll be interesting to see. We've seen Eden outside in there right away already. Sid getting involved from the outside. Of course, we may not have seen the Von Englands very much as a tag team here in AIW, but don't let that fool you. Quite experience coming back from a visit back home to England. And Arthur manages to get out.
Wadsworth, did you think you were taken back to 1776 here real quick?
A little bit. The rather large American flag there, that bulking season, and one more time.
And fairness, I don't want to upset any history buffs, but this American flag it is much newer than the 1776.
It did not match what would have been used. It was very anachronistic for a recreation of the Revolutionary War. I will give you that. And Arthur is done with Eden. Eden makes the tag. Sid coming back in. We're coming in for the first time in this matchup, although he did try to interject himself from the outside.
Arthur done with Eden, and I think Eden just decided she was done with Arthur after that toss. Eden not happy with the USA champs.
Very specific about the UK chant there.
Oh,
stomp down on the foot. That's what Sid wants.
I was wondering how the test of strength is going to go with the strongest man in all the land, Arthur McArthur.
And look at that.
Smart.
Arthur using a bear hug to fight his way out. Sid coming off, takes the side headlock on Chuck Stone. Chuck. Oh!
Didn't seem good. Bulking season turning into a well-oiled machine. Did you notice the very blind tag, essentially, that Stone gave us? He just flipped. These two are basically trying to put the Von Englands through the ring.
Well, and at this point, they've got quite a bit to prove. They've had a couple of close runs. Let's not forget, bulking season was almost the new #1 contenders for the AIW Tag Team titles.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, that three-way tag match that the main event won. Here comes Eden, and Eden is planted on top of Sid. Arthur just slamming everybody.
I think your elbow maybe landed in his crumpets. I'm not sure.
And now, backpack senton!
Arthur's all sorts of fired up for a good reason.
All right, listen, bulky season as a whole is fired up. You've got to think that they're looking to not lose a step. They may not be the official #1 contenders, but they are in position to end it real quick right here, and they're looking for exactly that, but Eden sweeps the leg from Arthur, who goes into the top turnbuckle, and Sid uses the distraction of the referee for a low blow. Oh! Von England's double team maneuver, as I said. You may not be familiar with them here in AIW. They are very familiar with each other.
Wow, and just as I talked about bulking season being a well-oiled machine, we see it from the Von Englands.
Sid looking to make the tag, looking to bring Eden back into this matchup.
A lot of times married couples don't like to work together, but these two seem to have it going pretty well. Another double team maneuver there.
Diving in quick tags here from the Von Englands, in and out. Oh, diving European uppercut to the back, sliding D lariat. Eden, and a little bit of a mistake, a little bit too anxious there.
That's maybe the reason Arthur gets to kick out there. Arthur still, he really can't catch his breath after falling from the top ropes earlier.
Sid, though, was very quick. Sid was very conscious of that, and I'll give him credit for that. He knew real quick that he needed to get that pin covered. The shots to the chest, to the neck, but Arthur just firing out of that corner.
Those are the strongest chops in all the land. How Sid Von England is standing right now, I do not know.
Came down with the double back chop, and now that back cracker.
I think the old-timey man just used a cursory word there. He is in pain.
And the Eden tag back in.
What's the old cliche here, Wadsworth? They are cutting the ring in half right now.
Absolutely doing that. Senton out of Sid. Eden now stomping right between the shoulder blades, looking to keep Arthur grounded.
just working the spine in general, whether it's the top or middle or lower part of the back, they just continuously.
Well, and a good strategy on the part of the Von Englands there, because in the end, I mean, I don't care how strong your muscles are. If you can injure the spine, your whole system runs through it. Your whole nervous system runs through the spine. I don't care how strong you are, how much weight you can lift. If that back isn't going to hold out, then it's not going to matter. Dragon suplex out of Eden. And one more time, Eden goes for the cover, but Sid is the legal participant in this matchup.
Yep. And then again, that cost them that split second. The difference between a 2 and a 3 right there.
And more quick tags between the Von Englands. Eden brought in.
Is it possible to have too many quick tags and they just keep confusing themselves about who's in and who's not?
Well, Sid has done a good job of keeping track, but Eden seems to have lost track a little bit. But in the end, if you can keep a fresh body in there, if you can keep the opponent confused, but that's where it doesn't pay off for you. Arthur managed to fight his way back to his feet, hit that backpack
desperately
stunner.
Needs to make a tag right now.
He's making the lunge across, but they were so much closer, and that's why most people think you can cut the ring in half.
This is Arthur's Valley Forge right now. He needs to regroup.
Oh, there it is right there. He does just that. Catches the double punch. Double clothesline. Sid's looking for a tag, but Eden's in the ring right next to him.
Big Chuck Stone trying to take the Von Englands to Yorktown. You understand that reference? Moving on to 1781 here. Oh my!
Chuck treating him like it's the winner in Yorktown.
Yeah.
Reversal sends Eden in. Shoulder block to the midsection. Bulldog senton combo. 1, 2.
What incredible creativity by the burger-loving badass Chuck Stone.
Well, in Chuck Stone, we talked about Eden costing their team earlier, but Chuck almost cost himself right there.
That should be it.
Our referee had to dive over top of them to get in position because of where Eden was planted, and Eden ended up breaking it up just in time.
Not giving up. Not giving up at all. Now we've moved on to the War of 1812, where the UK tries to come back and take over America. What happened there?
The pump kick by Eden, and they send Arthur down to the floor. Chuck charging in, eats Sid's boot. Catches Sid, was looking for that pop-up powerbomb. Eden, though, hits the spear.
All the momentum. Listen, Chuck's a large man. Could Eden spear him and take him down in general? I don't know, but because he had that weight on his upper chest from Sid, that certainly helps, and then all that weight just comes collapsing down on him. Nice double team maneuver. Hard knee to the face right there.
Following up on the knee to the midsection, too. And I'll tell you what, it did get the job done, but I'll give Sid credit for that cover. Hooks the far leg. Grapevines the near leg, weight over the chest. Just had not done enough damage to keep Chuck Stone down.
Well, that's a large man to keep
Well,
down.
look at...
Is he trying to go for a neutralizer here?
He's going for almost like a Gotch neutralizer, but the pure size of Chuck Stone, he couldn't clinch the hands. Meanwhile, on the outside, Arthur just deposited Eden.
Huge headbutt from Chuck Stone to Sid, who's literally out on his feet right now. I don't know.
Chuck Stone.
How regroups.
Here comes Sid, and he catches Arthur coming in.
They've got a 2-on-1 advantage, you would say, but Sid controlling this match right now.
Sid was very smart. He took out Chuck as Arthur was struggling to get into the ring. He used the ropes. Now he's headed up top, or trying to. Chuck Stone, though, marching across the ring. Chuck's got him. And, oh, there it is, that claw backbreaker combo. And bulking